Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking to Mike Kelly. He's the area manager with Pro Computing, and Mike's going to be talking to us about the Classroom Model Maker, which is a 3D printer.
Yep. So the Classroom Model Maker is designed for classrooms.
Uh-huh.
So, unlike other rapid prototype machines, rather than using like liquid polymers and plastics, which can be expensive and time-consuming, we use foam.
Foam, okay.
So everything here is made out of like a polyurethane or kind of like a sand foam.
Right.
So instead of an additive style machine, which is having to take the time-consuming, expensive process of like doing casting and
right.
drying these liquid polymers, we're just taking a solid piece of foam and cutting it out. So it's what we call a subtractive machine. So we have our machine over here.
Okay, so this is the size of it. It's and what kind of class would this go into? What kind of?
It's really open-ended. Obviously, like the immediate fit would be like science, physics, robotics, engineering. But
where are you selling most of them?
We have some interest all throughout the district, so big and small schools. So,
okay.
But right now, a lot of folks in the science department.
Sciences.
But even like art departments are getting interested in it because they're a lot of times using 3D software, and then they can even use some of their different capabilities.
That's kind of cool. Put that flat so we can see what that looks like flat. It just doesn't look like much of anything.
Yeah, but then what it did was, if you notice here, it cut out the 2D image in what we call lithopaint.
That's pretty awesome.
And then when you put some light behind it, you get that. That effect, that like kind of holographic.
That's pretty awesome.
But it's not really science per se. I mean, you can get some great stuff for like your geography or history classes using some the landscape stuff.
Right.
A lot of this content's readily available on Google 3D Warehouse. So even if you're not in a department that's using 3D software, if you're just trying to find digital manipulatives to use in the classroom to connect with your students a little more, you can actually just download.
So there's a lot of content that's already out there that they can use. Google SketchUp kind of stuff.
If you most of that stuff's created in SketchUp, and then if SketchUp's free to download, and then all they have to do is just export out to what they call CAMZ file.
So the students could actually make something in SketchUp, like a cityscape or a device of some kind, and then print it out.
Yep.
Okay.
Or in CAD, you can do AutoCAD stuff. Like we have, classes like physics classes and robotics classes, like maybe make models of different gears or components, design them in the software, print them out. But even if you're trying to come up with, like historical landscapes, buildings.
And so walk us through some of the things that we got here. We got like over here we got this.
So here's some examples we have here. Here's an example for like a physics lesson where we have a beam for like a bridge.
Okay.
Aeronautics, we have an airfoil. We could test this out for aerodynamics.
And you could actually take that and put it into a wind tunnel or something that you got, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could piece out an entire glider if you wanted to and assemble it after the fact. So you just build it piece by piece and then assemble it.
Awesome.
This is showing off, for physics, we got a parabola kind of deal.
So it's kind of a math problem there.
And it shows how you can get some nice smooth curves.
Okay.
Biology, tarantula. And this one's showing off how if you do some finishing products, you can make
right. It certainly shows the parts of the spider.
So you make full-on lessons, and then this being like a geography lesson, we actually have a 2D satellite view of Egypt, and then we put on some nice 3D accents.
Okay, so you can like download off of like Google Maps.
Well, in 3D Warehouse, if it's in Google Earth, you can download that content straight from there. So they already preload that for free.
And then what we have here are some of the examples of things like a camshaft.
Crankshaft. We got a train. This is actually the convention center we're in right now. This is the Austin Convention Center.
Wow.
We download it right off of Google 3D Warehouse. We got a cityscape, and really it's open-ended. If you're creating your own content, you can make pretty much anything.
That's pretty awesome.
So there's a lot of content you can find readily available, and this is actually a good example to show that the software automatically tiles the objects. So if it's bigger than the media we have, because we're dealing with like 2-inch foam blocks, 13 by 12-inch blocks, it'll automatically lay it out multi-tiles.
So they can just glue it together. And
so there's really no limit on size to create stuff.
Okay, so let's see, who makes this product? Who's the
TwoBot.
TwoBot?
TwoBot, yes.
And so what are you doing right now? Let me turn.
So right now I got our software. So this is the platform. So you create the content in whatever 3D software you want.
Okay.
After that, you just load it up.
PC only or PC and Mac?
PC and Mac.
PC and Mac. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One second.
I have to ask that because I'm a Mac guy, so.
Hit the right deal. All right. So hit that. So now I am loading up the brain.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it. So it walks you through a real easy to use wizard. So you go step by step, scaling and so forth.
So students are learning what right now? If I'm doing this, they're learning some computer-aided design.
Computer-aided design, exactly. Right. So it's a computer-aided design. The software allows me to scale it, to size it. So I'm going to have this fit my block, which is 2 inches. You see here, if it goes outside it automatically tiles it. So if it was bigger than the space I have, it lets me know if I'm in or out of my space. Okay. So I just place it there, and then all I have to do is just send it to the maker, and then hit print, and then it'll print over here.
And it's just a USB connection, is that right?
Looks like just USB connection, okay. Power, very simple. So I'm gonna hit make it. Oh, I haven't connected my printer yet. It's got me really.
Uh-oh. Okay, dude. I always gotta have the printer connected.
It makes sense. Another thing we've got too is we're creating what we call Model Maker Nation. So we have an online resource for anyone that's a two-bot Model Maker owner. They can share their concepts and ideas, so teachers can communicate different lessons.
That's cool. So like social network printing.
Social network built in there as well. So if you're creating different lessons. So if you go to modelmakernation.com, you can find some different lesson examples that teachers are starting to create.
Well, this thing's
there she goes.
There she goes. Okay, so we'll see what she's going to do here.
So we're going to create the brain right now.
Okay. How long? What's the typical?
It really depends on the size.
Depends on the size.
I mean, this is another example of a finished product of the brain. We did a nice small one. This took about 10 minutes to create.
10 minutes ago. It's kind of loud, but that's okay. We're in a classroom.
The deeper the cut, the bigger it is. We also have cases that will muffle the sound. So if it's in a classroom, it needs it quieter.
It wants to muffle a sound, for goodness sake. If somebody's interested in this product, who do they contact? How do they
contact Pro Computing?
Pro Computing?
They can go to procomputing.com. We're the only authorized dealer for this unit in the state of Texas.
Okay.
They can also get more information at twobot.com. They can watch
twobot.com. There's twobot.com. Okay.
And then also Model Maker Nation is a teacher resource that we're creating. If they want to see some of the stuff.
Model Maker Nation.
ModelMakerNation.com.
So the website again is what?
Procomputing.com to get a local reseller, which is us, and twobot.com to get any information on the product itself. Okay, Mike Kelly, thanks a lot for talking to us. Pretty cool awesomeness there. I love the technology, and say hi to everybody in El Paso. See you guys. Wait, bye-bye.